How are you guys doing today? Welcome to the Thai Life channel. And today I just want to talk to you guys how to apply on tips and how do we shape. If you guys have any questions during this tutorial, please leave it in the comment so that we can all answer the questions so everybody would know. But when it comes to applying tips is so important because you want to make sure the tips is nice and straight. You want to make sure that when you guys are shaping, you're not hurting the client's skin or you're not ripping off their fingernails when you guys are shaping. So there are certain ways that we shape, and it is so important that we understand how to shape. So what I want to teach you guys today is when it comes to applying tips, I'm going to go ahead and start applying these kind of tips right here, guys. These are my tips that I do use pretty frequently when I am shaping almond shape or stilettos. These kind of tips right here, it has a nice little curve to it. The reason why I like to use these tips is because if I have clients who have really flat fingernails, I want to give them a curve, I can use this. Or if I have clients who natural fingernails are sticking upward, I can use this to bring it downward. You know, I only use the straight tips if they're asking for coffin shape or ballerina shape, but that's about it. I won't use it if they're asking for stilettos or almond shape. These would be the shape that the tips that I would go for. Hi, how you doing, Charlotte? How you doing, Holiana? How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me. If you guys have any questions, please leave in the comment, okay? Thank you so much for joining me. But so these are the tips that I actually love to use. How you doing? How you guys doing? Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you very much for coming in. Have a good day. You are my favorite YouTuber. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So let's talk about tip application. So when it comes to tip application, it is important how you want to hold the client's hand. You know what I mean? How you doing? So holding the client's hand is very important. Oops, this thing just fall off. And if you guys never used this before, it's very simple. It just clamps on to the nails and you guys can actually take it off. So these are actually very easy to replace. It comes with so many different type of tips, you know what I mean? And let me show you guys how I would replace them real quick. So let's say if I was gonna replace it with this little thing right here, I'm just gonna pop this out and put it back in. And that's pretty much it. You guys see how easy that is? So when it comes to tip application, what you guys want to do, I am doing well, thank you so much. What you guys want to do is you got to prep the nail very well, right? So I don't know how you are, and I'm not subscribed, but I got your live notification. Well, however you got my live notification, thank you for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. Do you come in different colors? They do come in white colors. They do come in white colors. They do come in this brown colors right here. And they also come in this clear tips, so which is really awesome, right? So you guys can do different design. And what this are is like you guys can actually learn how to practice acrylic application on here without applying the tips. But let's say if you want to practice long nails, you can actually add a tip on here. So just pretend like this is the client's fingernail. And any of this product I am using right here in front of y'all is actually in the description. I do have a link down there. You guys can click on it and search and see what kind of product I do recommend for nails. So let's really begin. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to prep the hand. And here's the cool trick that I want you guys to know. So this one should be the left hand because the thumb is facing this way, right? Oh yeah, thank you for leaving in the comment. I appreciate it. So since this is the left hand, I always like to start the left hand following the thumb. The reason, let me tell you why. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my machine. This is a Pro Power Flex. And if I was going to follow the left hand starting the pinky, right? I'm going to go ahead and start following it. As you can see, the dust is going to fly onto this finger right here. And you don't want that because when you get onto this finger, it's going to be covered with dirt or dust. So what you want to do is, because if you're starting at the left hand, you want to start with the thumb. I always want to get acrylics. Yes, acrylics is very pretty, but you definitely want to get the right nail tech to do it. So you see how I'm going to go ahead and smooth out the surface. When you guys are smoothing out the surface of the client's nail, how you doing? Thank you for commenting in the live. What you want to do is you want to get this to be all rough. So you see how I'm getting all the oil, the shiny base onto the nail? When I am doing this part, if you guys are uncomfortable using the E-file, see how my two finger right here, look how I'm holding her hand. I place it right on the ring and the index, on the ring finger and the ring finger and the pinky finger, I'm sorry. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna place this for stability. Can I say hi and I love you? Yes, you can always say hi. Thank you so much for loving the videos. I really appreciate the support. And you know, I'm gonna continue doing a better job when it comes to tutorial. And I hope you guys enjoy me working live on my client. Um, and I usually go live every other day when I'm at my salon. I wish I had many sub as you. You know what? I don't have that many subscribers yet, but the only way to get subscribers, you got to keep pushing yourself. If you guys are new to YouTube and you guys want to grow your channel to build your clientele, just keep producing videos after videos. Don't even worry about if it's good videos or not good videos. I wish, but what you guys want to do is be consistent. What it is with YouTube or TikToks that you got to be consistent. I know there are days where you are beat up, you don't know what to post, just post some inspirational stuff, you know what I mean? But as you guys can see how I am trying to get this area to be nice and smooth, I am not like doing this for a long time because that can really burn the client. What you want to do is you're going to tap, tap, and let go. You see I'm just tapping and let go? That's how you're going to prevent the burn from the client's nails. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough up this area so that when I apply the tips on, it will stay on very well, okay? If there's any shiny surface onto the nails, more likely the tip's not going to bond very well. Yep. And again, if you guys really want to grow any type of your like social media, it's all about just being consistent and you know constantly just posting stuff that you know your viewers want to watch. And you gotta pick a niche. You guys cannot just like post random stuff all over the place. Pick a niche and stick with the niche. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's pretty much it. But let me continue following this area. And we're gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna do a rough one because we're not doing any application today. I'm just gonna show you how to apply the tips onto the nails straight. And at the same time, let's go ahead and file. And you guys go ahead and let me know what kind of shape you guys want me to show y'all so we can stay in one track. All right, so now that I got the rough area down, I'm gonna go in with the shape, the tips, guys. So let's open up the tips. And as you guys all know, the size of the tips really makes a big difference, okay? So for example, if I am dealing with this thumb right here, right? And this thumb is pretty big. You wanna pick out the right size that fits the thumb. So this one's way too big. Look at this tip. This tip is way too big. When you guys are applying tips on, you wanna make sure the tip lands perfectly with the nails. So let's try number 3. And number 3 is a very common size tip. So as you guys can see how this number 3 is sitting right perfectly. You see that? That's how you guys want to apply the tips, okay? If you guys pick a tip that's smaller than the fingernail, this is how it's going to look like. You see how it's not enough space? And if you apply a tip that is smaller than the natural nails, more likely it will lift and you're gonna see an extra piece of natural nail sticking on the side, which is gonna be hard for you to do application. So what you wanna do is you wanna pick up the right tips and you're gonna place it perfectly on the nail. And if you guys don't know how to apply the tips on every single tips, hey, how you doing, Sydney? Every single tip has a line right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a line right there. And that line is a signature line where you can only go so far into the natural nail. Don't ever apply the fake nail halfway of the nail. Don't ever apply like this. Don't ever apply all the way to the cuticles. You want to apply them where the line is going to be. You know what I mean? Hey, of course I'm gonna say hi to you. I appreciate you guys joining me. You know, if you guys don't know who I am yet, my name is Min, and I tell you what, I care about every one of you guys. You know, I don't have that mentality where I am better than you or you are better than me. We are all the same and we are all going to help each other out grow in this industry. You know what I mean? I don't, here, I have a nail glue right here. So as I'm laying the glue on, I'm gonna go ahead and tilt the tip this way. I'm not gonna place it like right flat like this because you place the tip flat like this, the glue is gonna drip onto your skin. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna shift the tip kind of low a little bit and you're gonna go ahead and just lay this glue onto where the line's at, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place it down where the tips are at. And you're gonna see the glue spread. And that's what you want. You want to hold it for at least a couple seconds and then boom, let go, and there you have it. Okay? So you're gonna do the same thing with the pinky. So I like to start at the pinky because to me, I feel like this is a good foundation to start. So let's start with the pinky, okay? And as you can see, these fake hands are quite big. And what I'm going to do is I'm gonna try to measure the tip, make sure it's nice and even. So this one is slightly smaller. So this is a size number 7. I'm gonna go in with the 6. And it feels like the 6 fits perfectly. You see that? And if you wanna know how you apply the tips perfectly, you're gonna go ahead and bring the tip all the way to the knuckle. And you're gonna drag it all the way down, okay? And that's how you're gonna create a perfect length of the nails, okay? So this is how you're going to do it. Watch. Thank you very much. You're gonna bring it up and you're gonna roll your finger down and you're gonna go ahead and place the tip right there. Boom. You see that? Oh, wait, I gotta bring the glue down a little bit more. You know, and this is my first time using a mannequin, guys. I hope more people come on too because, you know, I love doing nail tutorial videos. And my goal is just to help the one that needs help, you know, because I know how hard it is to be a nail tech or a beginner nail tech. And I know how hard it is just to learn some of the craft. So once you're done with this finger, go ahead and place it down. And same thing, you're going to start with this finger and you're going to bring it to the knuckle and you're going to bring it all the way down. And this is a size 4 and it looks like it's fitting this perfectly, but it's a little bit wide. You see how there's an extra nail, an extra fake nail sticking out? Let's try a number 5, y'all. Boom, right there. That will work perfectly. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put the glue on here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring it down, all the way down, and then clamp the tips on perfectly. And I'm gonna hold it until the glue spread it out. And boom. Yep, that's how you do it. Do you do this as like a job or do you like to get money? I do this as a job. I actually do this as a career and I actually do this on my TikTok channel and on my YouTube to teach people how to do all of this stuff, guys. I do it as a passion, not for the money. I don't feel like this job, you do for the money, it's just gonna burn you up alive, you know what I mean? But this job right here, I love what I do is because I love making my clients feel good about themselves. And I just love teaching people how to do nails because when I was a kid, I had such a hard time doing nails. And when I did this 20 years ago and there was no social medias, you know what I mean? Yep. So I just want to do this and help people out. That's pretty much it. I'm going to hold this glue down. And thank you for watching and thank you for leaving the comment. I really appreciate it. You know, I really want to make sure that whoever needs help learning how to do nail, they're able to get my help. All right, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, I'll see you on my next videos. I'm going to continue applying the tips on, guys. And as you guys can see how easy it is, right, to apply the tips on. And then what I'm going to do with this is I do the same method. I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to apply the tips on. There you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to pin it for at least count 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should be good. And if not, give it another 5. Sometimes the glue stays on good. Sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how much I rough up the nails. But that's pretty much it, y'all. That's how you do a tip application. As you can see, these tips are a little bit more curvy for these fingers. But what I'm going to do is we're going to cut it. Let's go ahead and cut it a certain length. Let's go ahead and do like a medium length. And this is a good nail tip clippers, y'all. I mean, have you guys seen this? This is very convenient. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it in. I ask the client what they want on the length. I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to cut it. And as I'm cutting it, you guys notice I bring my thumb up here. The reason why I do that, because if I don't, this is what's going to happen. You see how it's going to flick? And you don't want that tip to flick on the client and it can go into their eyes. Do you also like to do jelly thing like acrylic nails? I think, yeah, I do all kind of stuff. I work with acrylic, I work with soft gel, and I do all kind of designs. That's what I like to do. And I'm the type of nail tech where I try to master all kind of skill set. Because you know, when you love what you do, nail is an art. Nail cannot be a process. So after you cut down the client's nails, right? So today, what we're going to do is let's do, what kind of shape do you guys want me to do? I would like to ask you guys that. So now that I have the tips apply on, right? What kind of shape do you guys want me to do on this mannequin? Let me know in the comment and we'll do it. You guys want me to do a coffin shape, an almond shape, a stiletto shape, a taper square, or a ballerina? So let me know in the comment what works for you. So if nobody's leaving anything in the comment right now, more likely I am gonna go in with the coffin shape. Do you guys want to do a coffin shape or an almond shape? What is it that you guys find that's more important? Well, I feel like coffin shape, ballerina sounds good. So ballerina is like a coffin shape. The only difference is that ballerina is it's more narrow. So let's do a ballerina shape. Okay, let's do a ballerina shape. So this scissor right here is what I use to cut the shape. So back in the day when I started doing acrylic, I always like to apply the acrylic on first and I do the shaping, but that is the very inefficient method. The best method now is really you got to do the shaping before you do the application. So I'm going to go in with the scissor and I'm going to cut it into the shape that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it to the ballerina shape. And you see how by me cutting it is already forming the shape. Look at that. And that's what I love about this scissor, y'all. It is so precise. It can get the job done very nicely. And look at that. The moment I cut it, look at the shape already, y'all. How clean is that, right? So let's go ahead and continue on with this one right here. And then when you guys are cutting, be very careful about trying not to shift it in too much, okay? So once you cut it, see, I'm going to cut it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and turn the thumb this way. And I'm going to cut exactly what the ballerina shape is. Okay. Boom. So now that I got the outline of the shape done, we got to make it nice and straight. Hey, how you doing, Frazier? What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how I shape. And look, when it comes to shaping, it's really important how you hold the client's hand. So if this was my client's hand right here, I always like to make sure that their hand is resting on my hand like this, okay? I want them to feel relaxed. I want them to feel like I have full control of their hand and they can trust me. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna start with this pinky. So while you're doing this pinky, you go ahead and roll the client's hand down, okay? And when you are holding the client's hand, the most important thing is how you hold the side cuticle. These are her side cuticles. And what you want to do is you want to place your thumb right here and you want to place your index finger right here. By doing so, you notice that you're using your skin, your fingers to prevent the file from cutting the side of her skin. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold it. Okay, I'm going to hold it with my middle finger and I'm going to place down my skin. And technically what I'm doing with this file is I'm resting the file onto my fingernails, onto my thumb. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and start filing the surface. And what you're going to do is you're going to just focus on getting it straight. And I just want to let you guys know the most important thing is that the widest part of a fingernails is this part right here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the shape goes in from there. It should not be any type of bubbly, it should be straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just keep going in straight. And when I file, I don't rush on the filing. I'm just going to take my time with one side and I'm going to bring it to the other side. And what you want to do is you're going to give some love on this side for a little bit and you're going to shift to this side. Because the reason why you want to do that is to prevent yourself from having too much of a shift on a certain side. You want to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And you just kind of shift it in. And that is pretty much it, y'all. That's how simple it is to do a shape on the nails. And I tell you what, same thing with this finger. Oh, this finger's falling apart. But same thing with this finger. This finger right here, I'm going to go ahead and put that down. Same thing with this finger. you're gonna place your thumb right here, and you're gonna place your middle finger on the other side, okay? And you wanna hold down their fingernail a little bit tight. The reason is when you are filing the tip, it vibrates and it can feel very irritating to the client. So what you wanna do is you're gonna hold it down. Do you work from home or do you do in a building? I work in a building at a salon, and then when I'm at home, that's when I do my YouTube tutorials. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna file, and I'm gonna count like just a couple file on this side, and I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this side. And I'm gonna go ahead and keep going back and forth. But my goal is I'm gonna go ahead and just try to keep it as straight as possible. And you guys notice I am not filing the top surface of the tips. The reason why I am not filing the top surface of the tip is because I want the length to be the same as the whole set. I don't want to mess with the length. The reason is the plastic is very sensitive. You can file a little bit and it will take off a lot of the length, and you don't want that. So I just focus on the side, okay? Focus on the side. But here's the main part. It doesn't matter what finger you're doing. You want the top part of the shape to be the same as the rest. Like you notice this length right here, the top part is the same as this top part. And that's when you know the shape is consistent, y'all. So same thing, I'm gonna place my thumb here, my middle finger here. I'm gonna pin down the client's fingers kind of tight so they don't feel any vibration. And we're gonna go in with the shaping, okay? We're gonna go in with the shaping. And the reason why I want to do shaping today, guys, is because I've been having a lot of people in the comment asking me that they want to learn how to shape. So I want to make this video to help you guys out, okay? And when you guys are shaping, you guys just got to make sure you guys keep going straight, and then don't go like this. Don't curve your shaping. But what you want to do is you're going to do slowly and just try to keep your file as straight as possible, okay? And once you get that straight, and again, let the client know this is just a brainstorm. Like you're gonna shape after you do the application, but this, by doing this step right here, is gonna save you a lot of time with the shaping, because once you apply the acrylic on, you're just going to focus on cleaning the extra acrylic that's lingering on the side of the fingernail. And that's pretty much it. And of course, you got to go in with the E-file. And we're going to talk about the E-file more, because the E-file does play a big part when it comes to the shaping. But I'm just going to show you the preparation of the shaping today and how you can get the shaping going when you guys are doing tip application. And that's how I do it, guys. See how easy it is? I place it on my thumb. I hold it down tight. And you notice, see how I'm resting my file onto my thumb so that I'm not cutting the client's side cuticles. Very important, guys. These are just the technique that you guys are gonna eventually adapt as a nail tech, and as you guys get deep into your career as an advanced nail tech, you're gonna know some of these tricks to help you out. But at the end, y'all, that is pretty much how simple it is to do a ballerina shape, almond shape, coffin shape, stiletto. You start it out with the tip application and you cut down using this scissor right here, and you just form the shape as it goes. And that is how you do it, and that's how simple it is, y'all. So let's say you guys don't have any of those pre-shaped tips. You guys can always use this method of any type of square tips, cut it into the shape and make it happen, y'all. And look at that. Look how pretty it looks. Very nice and clean. And that's pretty much what I want to show you guys today, is just to do tip application and some shaping. And if you really want to do almond shape, you just have to cut the shape into an almond like this. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. And I'm going to continue on. So see how I'm just cutting the corners again just to form that almond shape. And if you guys don't know what almond shape is, you just got to look at an almond seed and do an almond shape, okay? And make sure, and if you guys want to get a better perspective what an almond shape, just imagine you got stilettos, which is very sharp. The almond shape is almost the same, but it's not as sharp as the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just shift this together, okay? I'm going to go ahead and shift this together, and I'm going to form that into an almond shape. Look at that, y'all. You see that? That's how simple it is. That is the technique, y'all. Y'all can really shape into anything by using the scissor. You cut the outline, and it's an art. Like, just imagine you're sculpting something. Now you're sculpting a shape, and that's what you want. You see how I'm just kind of like connecting the dots? Look at that, y'all. Look at that. See how simple? I'm just doing a rough draft right now, but look how simple that is, y'all. That's right. You see how simple it is? I like to make things simple because if I make things more complicated, it's going to be hard for you guys to really learn how to do it. But it's not that complicated. It is kind of nervous if you like working on a client and you're new to it, but just believe in the process and use your eyes. Like measure it up, make sure it's nice and even. And look at that, yo. I went from ballerina shape to almond shape within the same kind of tip. I just cut it differently. And that's really how you do shaping. And if you guys find values in this video and you guys want to learn more, leave it in the comment. I'm always taking answers and feedbacks. And if you really want to see more of my video, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that when I post any type of video, and I do post pretty much frequently, very frequently, you guys get all the notification on the nails and definitely stuff about my life too. But thank you so much for watching this live video. I just want to make sure you guys understand how to do tip application and shaping. Thank you so much. And I am looking forward to see you guys on my next live video and tutorials.